Dear first year students, I hope you are fine with all your activities and enjoying your life. Be careful about your health, your family members, and prepare for your examination. As you know that your examination is going to start from the 26th of July. So only 1 month is there in your hand for preparation of the examination. So you are supposed to prepare. Come towards our topic as we are discussing about the embryology, and we have gone through the first part, that is the male gametophyte. We have discussed its structure, its type, its attachment, as well as internal structure and then development of male gametophyte and then male gametes. Now today we'll proceed towards the female gametophyte. Female gametophyte is called as a gynoecium, and in the gynoecium, ovary is present. Inside the ovary, ovule is present, and this ovule actually is called as a female gametophyte. Why? Because inside it, egg is present, and egg is a female gamete. So that female gamete bearing structure is called as a female gametophyte. And in case of angiospermic plant, uh, ovule is a female gametophyte. Regarding ovule, we are supposed to study the structure of ovule. Then we are supposed to proceed for different functions of the part of the structure of ovule, and then we are supposed to study about the types of ovule. Just see that if you go through the ovule, then you will find that ovule is present inside the ovary, and if you take the longitudinal section of the ovule, so you will find that the ovule shows such type of structure. It is covered with three layers. That layers at a glance is called as a wall. The wall is outer, middle, and inner. Now remember, if you observe the generalized ovule structure, you are supposed to remember all this structural part, and one by one, you are supposed to remember the functions of different part of the ovule. That the first outer layer, it is called as a wall. Wall is divided into three layers: outer, middle, and inner. Outer layer is a thick, hard, and tough and useful. What is the function? Useful for protection of complete ovule, while middle layer is a fleshy, thick, and useful for attachment of outer wall as well as inner wall. Wall is also called as a layer. It is also called as a intubement. So in this regard, you will find that the ovule shows this outer wall, middle wall, and then after that one, inner wall is there. Inner wall is a thin, and it is useful for attachment of all inner parts. It takes the food material and supplies to middle layer as well as outer layer. It also protects this complete inner structure called as a nucellus. Inside the nucellus, this embryo sac is present. Then in this wall, two ending is present. Lower end is called as a chalaza. Uh, this is divided into different regions. That's why this region is called as a hilum. So this hilum is having a lower side structure, and it is attached from this chalaza, and chalaza is attached to ovary, from where it receives food material and supplies to different parts of the ovule. While upper region, upper opening is called as a micropyle. This region, if you are able to see, it is called as a micropyle. It functions like a mouth-like structure. From here, all that pollen tube enters inside and goes inside the embryo sac, and fertilization takes place. So in this way, the function of the micropyle is to provide the path of pollen tube to enter for fertilization, while the function of chalaza is to attach to ovary and supply the food material to different parts of the ovule. Then you will find that this particular region is called as a nucellus. It is filled with nuclear sap, and it protects the embryo sac that is present in the central side and useful for the fertilization purpose. Then inner side, a complete structure is present. It is called as a embryo sac. Sac means bag. embryo because embryo is present inside it, which later on develop in embryo, endosperm, and then seed. So this is covered with a particular wall called as a wall of embryo sac. In this embryo sac, the 8 nuclear structure is present. If you are able to see over here, it is somewhat clear over here. You will find that towards the micropyle end, egg is present, that is female egg. It is protected by 2 cells called as a synergid. Yeah, even you will find over here. Towards the opposite side, 3 cells are present, that is called as a antipodal cells. So totally how many you have seen now? This 1 plus 2 means 3, this 3 is 6, and in the central side you will find that 2 polar cells are present, that are also called as a secondary nuclei. So in this way 8 cells are present in the central side. That's why this particular embryo sac is called as a embryo sac, and bag-like structure is there because 8 nucleate structure is present in the central site. And the first, this egg fertilized, later on this secondary nucleus fertilized, and after that one, these remaining cells they dissolve and they protect these zygote which form in the central side, and they result in the formation of triple endosperm. So in this way, this structure of ovule is present in angiospermic plants, and I think you got the idea about this angiospermic plant. Uh, okay, let us just see that these angiospermic plant tissues, which you are observing over here, just wait. Uh, Angiospermic plant tissues in that one, such type of ovule is present. So you got the idea that ovule is having a wall, then embryo sac which contain 8 nucleate structure. Then after that one, you will find that this 8 nucleate structure later on shows the variations as you go through the structure of ovule. So this attachment of this micropyle to embryo sac is different. On that basis, different type of ovules are present. That we'll discuss now in this class. Just see, dear students, okay, there are different type of ovules. Totally, mainly 6 important type of ovules are present, and that totally depend on their arrangement of embryo sac with micropyle and chalaza. The first type is called as a orthotropous ovule. If you see the structure, the first one is called as a orthotropous ovule or atropous ovule. Ortho means straight, tropos means turn. Means it is a type of ovule in which the nucellus, micropyle, and chalaza that are present in straight line. This type of ovule is called as a orthotropous ovule. This type of the example of this one is Piper, Piper, Kali Mirch. Then some other ovules are also present in it, and all that shows such type of structure. It is very commonly present in gymnosperm. This is the first type of ovule. Then the second one is anatropous ovule. In case of anatropous ovule, you will find that body of ovule is completely inverted, while micropyle and nucellus are present only in a straight line. So this type of ovule is called as a anatropous ovule. The most common example of this one is castor. Followed this one. Then the third important type of ovule is amphitropous ovule. In this amphitropous ovule, you will find that the ovule is having the curvature structure and so much pronounced, while that embryo sac is bent condition and just in front of this micropyle. This type of ovule is called as a amphitropous ovule, and it is commonly present in lemma or many plants of Alicymaceae and many other ones. Then third one is that is a hemitropous ovule. If you see this hemitropous ovule, you will find that uh, this ovule shows the body totally 90-degree on chalaza. If you see this one, it is completely straight line and 90-degree, that is right angle pe hota hai. And this ovule then contain micropyle and nucellus in a straight line, but the chalaza in it 90 degrees centigrade. This type of ovule is present in very commonly in ranunculus and many other plant species. While the next one is that is a Camphilotropous ovule. This Camphilotropous ovule is again having a curved one, and such a way that the micropyle and chalaza do not lie on the same wave. Ye micropyle and chalaza, they are not on the same wave, that is having the curved shape structure. And this type of ovule is called as a hemitropous ovule. The most common example of this sorry, this one, it is called as a Camphilotropous ovule, and the most common example of this one in Caparis, then Brassica, which commonly called as a mustard, then beta beetroot we commonly use. Then the last one is that is a Sarcinotropous ovule. This Sarcinotropous ovule is another important type of ovule, and in which you will find that this um, chalaza is entirely covered this ovule, and they are having from the basal side, while micropyle and nucellus is present in a straight line, but chalaza round or circle the complete ovule. This ovule is called as a Sarcinotropous of ovule. It is commonly present in Opentia, Nagpani. In that one, we'll find that such type of ovule structure is present, and hence you will find that this ovule is very important type of ovule. Remember, all these 6 types of ovule, their structure, their example. The structural organization of each ovule is the similar one. That is a wall, then nucellus, then embryocyte, then 8 nucleate structure. In that one, egg covered with 2 synergid. Opposite to this, 3 antipodal cells are present, and in the central side, polar nuclei or secondary nuclei is present. So remember all this aspect and try to maintain yourself. Try to remember all this one. Now after that one, the development of mega sporogenesis and formation of mega female gametophyte. That inshallah we'll discuss in next class. Till that time, you have to take care of yourself. Remember yourself, protect yourself, your family members, and in feeling any doubt, any difficulty, call me or ask me direct through WhatsApp or through telephone. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.